Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It is day 23 of RPG A Day 2017, and let's see, August 23rd. Yeah, I got the air conditioning on. It is miserable here today, but I'll live. Life is hard, but I'll be okay. Question is, which RPG has the most jaw-dropping layout? And when I looked at this question initially on the infographic, before the month even started, I'm thinking I'm not sure how I'm going to answer that question because I usually don't go for games that have these big flashy layouts. Not because I'm anti-big flashy layout, but because generally the ones I like don't have big flashy layouts. But I realized the question is more about what do I like? What's most jaw-dropping for me? And so I started thinking about stuff, and my answer is going to be kind of funny at the end of the day. You may not anticipate seeing this. You might not realize this is coming. It might surprise you. But of course, I love the layout in this game. I think it's phenomenal layout in Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Just everything, the way he did it, where the information is, the artwork is really cool. How the information is presented is really cool. He tends to pack a lot of stuff in his products, like even the front covers, all the price lists and all this kind of good junk. So there's always something. There's a little recap of important stuff. Really cool. I do not own copies of other stuff like Veins of the Earth, but I've seen stuff, and Red and Pleasant Land. The layouts in those products are always awesome. It's not one of his products, but related. But something like Maze of the Blue Medusa, really recursive book design. I love that. So I'm gonna give them a hey. That's darn good layout. But that's not gonna be my final answer for today. I really enjoyed the layout of Tech Noir. Really cool. I talked about that in a review of it, but just nice recursive design, really attractive. Got right to the information. Any place where the information or mechanics might be a little bit confusing, at least to a person like me, explain them really well. So that's going to get really, really close to my jaw-dropping layout. In fact, it's toss-up whether these would be just as cool as the one I'm going to mention. They are, but still, something that I discovered recently that I'm really enjoying, and this may surprise you. I have been branching out, looking at all kinds of games, and I feel like I'm almost like taking a course in comparative religions because I'm just starting to digest a whole bunch of different systems and games and really enjoying it, really enjoying comparing them to each other, and seeing what I like about this one and that one and what have you. And so, on my list of things, were simpler games that are a little bit more narrative, like Powered by the Apocalypse, and so I've checked some stuff like that. But then there's this other little game that another channel tends to promote an awful lot, and the game is called Fate. And I'll make a different video talking about Fate and my reactions to it because this is a cool game. I can tell that it's a style I would really love to play every once in a while. I'm not sure if it would be my go-to game, but I could see if I was in a particular kind of mood, that would be a really cool game to play. However, I haven't made it all the way through Fate Core. I picked up my old Fudge SRD I got from like a year ago when I played in BrigadeCon with JDRD30 and comparing Fate to Fudge and all this stuff because I love doing that kind of stuff. But I made it through the first iteration of Fate I got, which was Fate Accelerated, little short book. And I'm going through the Fate Core now and comparing and contrasting, of course. I love this book. I love the way it's laid out. I love the fact it's got these, you probably can't see it really well here, on this tablet. It's got these cool little illustrations. Everybody looks like they're kids, like young adults or teenagers. It looks like, I love young adult fiction. And it gives me this lighthearted feel as I'm looking through this thing, and I can tell this is something I would enjoy playing every once in a while. I actually would, the first thing I'm thinking of is I'm reading this, and my youngest daughter, who I've been trying to introduce to RPGs, I'm thinking she would probably love this. So I'm just liking the way it's laid out, but not just the information in the book, but I love the artwork. Really cool. Really just it's a little corny, but I like it, to be quite honest with you. I love the fact that there is all these little areas right here in the book where it gives you these little bits where you go, okay, we're showing you all these mechanics and how this works and everything, but we're going to give you this really fast, if you need to know, here's a little thumbnail sketch of what you should know. I think that is awesome. That is brilliant. I just love, little 30-second versions here and there as we're going through everything, and some more really clunky, but I love that. So, is jaw-dropping? I'm not sure, but, I realize that part of this video, part of the fact that my answer is what it is right now is that I'm reading this book and enjoying it and, looking at this game. But to be honest with you, I love the layout of this book. I love the whole feel of it. Like I said, different video talking about Fate itself. But I just really, really appreciate the layout of this book. How everything is presented, how it gives you these little thumbnail sketches, so it repeats itself and just gives you the basics. The artwork, just the way the whole thing is laid together. I like it. Just big, simple. Looks like it's made for a kid. And let's be honest, I'm kind of a kid when it comes right down to it. I like stuff like that, So yeah, I'm really liking the layout of this book. I like the layout of Fate Accelerated. So surprise, that's my surprise answer for today. How about that?